So this is an update on my two Gurren Lagann figures. This one is by Sentinel Ryobot, and this one is by CCS Toys. So first I'll start with this figure. I got the head on, finally. And that is a real relief because I spent a lot of money for this figure to not have the head attached. So how did I do it? In case anyone gets this figure and has the same issue that I had. So basically the head transforms from this little guy into this look here. And I had this feeling like it was supposed to snap in here, but it was hitting these pieces here. And I could not move them out of the way. So what I ended up doing was just popping them off, because they do pop off. And there they are, popped off. And then it still took me a little bit of effort, probably about a minute, but I finally got the head in. And you can't even tell because the helmet there would cover it anyway. So if you get this figure and you can't get the head on the same way that the same problem I had, just remove those because they pop on and off very easily. So I'm really relieved because I really like this figure a lot. So I still have the same problem that this button in the back near his rear is supposed to pop the body up, and it just doesn't work. It's a mushy button and it's just not working. And so the body will kind of pop down in, you can hear that, but it won't pop up. And it looks fine. It's not a problem, but it goes up maybe another half an inch. And you can see that in certain photos. Let's see. So here it shows it before and after, and you can see it goes up a bit of distance. I don't really care, but I don't know if the figure's broken. It may be broken. I don't know. It's just disappointing. Sitting on the shelf, it's going to look perfectly fine. Like I said, those pieces removed don't really matter. So this figure here, I put the horn on, I put the tail on, and some pieces here, this front piece, and then these side pieces. I don't know why CCS Toys decided to make those separate. I understand with the horn, because for boxing purposes, this would be sticking out and potentially get damaged. And certainly the tail, which is huge. And the tail comes in two pieces. Okay. But I don't know why they went with these. There's also a plate that can go over top of this. I prefer showing it with the teeth. So I put it on, but then I took it back off again. There's all sorts of other gimmicks. This instruction manual is a lot easier than the Ryobot one. So there's attaching the horn. Everything attached very easily. The only issue I had was one of these side pieces. There's kind of a plate underneath. It's actually two pieces, and the plate underneath popped off. But I managed to get it popped back in. So this is just showing kind of the movement, the articulation, knee bend, how it all works. And then you have all sorts of additional gimmicks. So I haven't seen the episode with this where this character, this robot appears. So you can see here you have a tool where you kind of unscrew this, and then you can put these gimmicks on the back and then put gimmicks all over the place. So he's shooting things. He's got gimmicks on his feet and shooting, I don't know what those are, chains or something out. So all done up, he'd look quite impressive. But I don't tend to, I never really use all those gimmicks. So those gimmicks will just sit in the box forever. You probably, maybe would be recommended to use a stand when you do all that. But if you want all that, you can put all sorts of gimmicks on. I did not try to attach the ones to the back. Just didn't feel like it. I'll pose him like this. And I think he looks really good. Both of these figures. I definitely have to see this anime now. He comes with a throne, And in the you'd have to remove his tail, but in the promotional pictures it shows him sitting on the throne. It's just cheap plastic. I mean, not cheap. I shouldn't say that. That's kind of rude. But it's plastic. So that's what it looks like. So you can pose him. I pose my robot standing. So I'll put this back in the box and store it away, and I'll take these two pieces and store them away forever. But anyway, I was super relieved that I got that head on because wow, it's disappointing. This one was $360 to spend that much money, and then not be able to complete the figure is that would be a real shame. I wish I could pop this thing out, but I don't know. It does not seem to work. So maybe somebody, if anybody else gets this figure and they want to leave a comment, or maybe I have to research on the internet and see if other people are like, yeah, I had this, I can't get the thing to pop up, or they're like, yeah, and there it is, popping up. So it will be interesting to find out. Anyway, so these are my two Gurren Lagann figures from CCS Toys and Ryobot Sentinel.